Hi, Fashion Dolls, and we are back with our second show for today. Our very special guest is a actress and director, and I'm super excited to have her here in the dollhouse with me. Please welcome Christie Tate. And let me share this live with her. I apologize about my tardiness, but you know, when you have two beautiful women, it takes a woman a little bit longer to get ready. All right? So, without further ado, let's welcome our beautiful, very special guest, Christie Tate.
Thank
Hello.
you. It is such an honor and pleasure to be in the Dow House. This is such an honor. Thank you very much, beautiful.
You are so welcome, beautiful. How are you doing? Happy 2025. How's 2025 been?
It's been so blessed. I've been blessed. I was actually on set all day today. I've been talking about the Dow House. I'm like, no matter what I do, I'm jumping off set. I need to be in the Dow House talking to my beautiful lady. But it's been a blessed journey. I'm executive producer of 4 movies we just dropped. The Auntie. I'm also the lead actress in Bafia, which is coming out. It's the talk of the town. It's global talk. Yes. And I just got picked up on this fabulous movie. It's a true story. It's called Destiny. Destiny Wins. It's a true story about a beautiful young lady that went through a lot of trials and tribulations being married and how she made it out. You have to tune in for that. And also, I'm directing my own movie as well, Silent Witness. That will be out in August. We're filming that right now. um, so that would be dropping. Also, we have Voucher City and City of Vouchers that dropped. We have 2, 3, and 4. We dropped them back to back to back. So make sure you tune in. It's so many, so beautiful. What else would you like to talk about?
Yes, 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 yes. Balance. How do you find the balance? Because you're not only an actress, but you also direct, produce. You're a woman who wears so many hats. And I know for us as women, it's all about being able to find that balance. So for you, Christy, how do you do it?
First, I pray. That's the biggest thing. I
Mm,
pray every single day for God to guide my journey. And then for the balance, what you love, you're going to make happen. I balance it from my spiritual when I pray. I let God guide me. So if God say this is the right way to go, I get my book, I write it down, I pray about it, and it happens. And that's my balance, putting God first. And it's so much. Yes, I do direct. Yes, I do. Yes, I am an actress. And also, I'm a host. I was just the Betty Boo day before yesterday for Simone Green. So, dealing with the hostess as well, it's kind of like what you love, you do, and you make time for it.
we talk about being in our soft girl era as Black women. Christy, what does the soft girl era look like?
So for the soft girl era for me, it's kind of like, when you get to upper age, yes, I'm 50. I have 4 beautiful children, 31, 28, 26, and 24. So I believe that soft girl area is when you get up to this age to where you are free and you able to get up every day and do exactly what you want. Put your journey first. And when you put your journey first, your soft girl era come out to where you feel yourself. even when I'm on set as being a director, just to speak spiritual to my talent, and just to take being an actress, tapping in. When you tap in, you have to tap in spiritual. So I take the my little pretty girl era like, it's my time. It's show time. It's like the dollhouse time. So when I step into that, and people say when you tap in, what does that feel like? It's that pretty girl era. When you tap in, you tap into your soul and you go into your character. So I take that every day and bring in my pretty girl area. And it's definitely your time when your kids are grown.
And I was talking to Cougar Kai. She is a rap artist. And we were
Yeah,
talking about soft girl era and what it looked like for us as Black women. And I must say that it is all about being gentle, being soft to yourself,
yeah,
being delicate, because women, we are all of these things. And not only that, but there's a certain gentleness about it as well, too. Being able to find that balance with you being a mother, with you being a businesswoman, with you being a actress, a
yeah.
producer, a director. And I'm pretty sure, again, it's like we wear all of these hats, but we have to make sure that we are pouring back into ourselves. So, for you, Christy, what are your methods of self care that you indulge in, and what would you recommend other Black women do? Because with the climate that we're in right now, the world we're in, it's like the odds are already stacked against us, and we have to find ways to make sure that we are protecting our peace. So, what does that look like for you, and what would you suggest for other Black women?
Um, for the other, what I would suggest for the other Black women is exactly what I do, and I have peace in my life. You have to sometime in life, when you become to your soft girl era, you have to have people around that loves you for who you are, and you love them for who you are. You have to have people around you that want things to happen for you, and they do this from their heart, from kindness. Like a lot of people say, what bring peace in my life, I have to step away from this and that. No, you're spiritual, and
Mm,
you pray for your best friends. You pray for yourself. Your friends pray for you. So many of my friends, they show up for support on set. Um, and it's not about always giving. The time that people give you, that it means a lot. And when that happens to me, I'm like, wow, I have friends that can love me. It brings peace in my spiritual. People who I don't know, like the people on this live now. Hey, yes, Betty Boo. Like the people on the Dow House live. And even with the Dow House, she brings so much love. And even when we met and you sent like texts to me, I felt the love. I felt the caring spirit from you. I felt so much from you, and that brings you peace. To be up on the Dow House, to be live and talk to all of her audience right there, that's someone who's showing you they care. They want your time. So take it as I do. I'm just giving you this advice. Let people around you who care, that bring peace in your life. And take the time to care for others.
yes, because me and Christy, we would have our early morning conversation. She would just be getting
Yeah,
in offset, and it would be so great. And it's other actresses that I've been talking to as well too, and just checking in. Like Taraji P Henson said something in an interview, and this is about loss, losing a loved one. She said, "You know what? I'm gonna reach out to you. I'm gonna pick up that phone and I'm gonna call my sister. Are you okay? You need anything? Do you need me to do something?" And that was
yeah,
something she said in the most recent interview. And I feel as Black women, that is something that we have to do more of. We work in a business where it is so male dominated and they pit us against each other. And it's just like it doesn't even have to be that way. It's enough room for the next woman and the next woman to shine. But
yeah.
we need to be together more than ever,
Yes,
especially
we.
in this climate where the odds are against us, where they're stacked against us, they're blaming us, they're taking away our rights, not only just as Black people, but as Black women. Everything that we have fundamentally contributed to the world is like it's being erased. It's like any part of us is being erased, but we will always continue to bounce back. And my mother, I was having a conversation with her, and I think as though for all of us as adults, as everyday people, having a
Yeah.
conversation with your parents, my mother said, you know what? Because my mother's been sick and in and out of the hospital, and Christy's close to her moms. Me and her have been talking about our moms and things.
I love my
And
mom.
yes, she is the most precious thing to me. And I told her this. She told me this in return. I said, I'm worried about you and your health. I do what I do because I want the best for you. You raised me. Now it is time for me, as your baby, your girl, to return the favor for you. And we all want to make sure that our moms are taken care of. And she said, you know what? There's one thing about you. No matter what is thrown your way, as Black women, we have been taught what to have resilience. And she said, you always have resilience. You always reinvent yourself.
Mm,
And that's one thing about
yeah.
us. I mean, that nurturing spirit, no matter what type of pain or trauma or suffering is thrown at us as Black women. And I love what Spicy just said in the comments. A soft girl era is a soft life. And
Yes,
I think it
I
was
agree.
Tasha Smith. She spoke about, being and tapping into her feminine, her divine feminine, and her soft era, because we know Tasha is a beast, just like Christie here as it pertains to producing, as it pertains to directing. When she was on the Tamron Hall show, she said, was talking about, being feminine, being in your soft era, but also tapping into your divine power. And that's something
Yeah.
that I wanted to ask you, Christy. What does your divine power look like? Because women, we possess something that is so magical, so alluring. It
Yeah.
draws you in. It's like honey, and
Uh,
it makes you want more. So for you, what does the divine power look like for you?
this is a divine power. Now, I saved this just for the Dow House, but if you go on my page, Christy Tate on Facebook, a magazine just dropped it. But for the Dow House orders, you're going to get it straight from me. About 8 years ago, I was in a
Mm,
tragic accident. I broke the
buddy.
whole left side. I lost my memory, and I had to go all the way back to school. I was at a third grade level, and I got into the acting career. And my teacher told me that'll be something that'll bring back my memory, trying to learn lines and trying to learn this. So my acting career started. I started off as Chicago Med. I went in as an extra. And next thing you know, the director saw something. I got lines. I became an actress on the show, and that's how my career started. And still, right now, today, I'm still taking classes for my memory, and that is the black magic that we can bring. No one knows this. I don't have an agent. I'm pretty much on Fox, NBC, supervisor up on the floor. So when a bounce back, yes, that's exactly what you're saying. When a bounce back is strong, that's that's is nothing but God. And it takes someone very strong to come back from losing their memory to jumping on to writing movies, directing movies, producing movies, executive producer, um, up on Night Flow, I'm the supervisor. All the movies go to BET Plus. So yes, the bounce back from losing my memory, my whole left side, learning how to walk again. I remember the first day on Chicago Med on NBC set, I was learning how to walk. I was just on
Mm.
that floor as a background extra, learning how to walk. Director saw something in me, and boom, my career started. So, with that being said, you have to tap in, believe in yourself. You can't give up no matter what. Um, that's the power that we all have as women, and even in a man. But as women, as strong women, how we just don't let anything tear us down. And right now, today, I'm still taking classes. I'm still taking classes, and no one knows this. I just dropped a magazine interview to release it. I wasn't gonna do it until I make my movie about this, but the Dow House have it. Here it is. Here it is. And God is so good. I'm able
Oh,
to write a movie in one day. In one day.
that is the power and the beauty of Black women. They're just like, why isn't it any other ethnicity? I'm like, because it's in our DNA. It's natural, and it goes back to our ancestors, our great grandmothers and their great
True.
grandmothers, and our mothers' mothers, and then so forth and so on down the line in our family, in our DNA. It is something strong in Black women and Black people as a collective, where they're just like, how do you always come back? You survive, you come back, you've been through the trauma and pain. And my colleagues here, all of them from the short stack revolution, my girl Spicy, she says, wow, that's quite a testimony. And Alvin, he
Thank you.
says, yes. What did
Thank
Alvin say? Let me
you.
see what Alvin said. He says you bounce back strong. Yes, that's the power of the bounce back. When my mother told me that, I'm like, you know what? You had me. You're so right. And she's a Libra. Christy knows that. I'm a Scorpio. So one thing about us is our determination. And I get that determination from her because our mothers have taught us to be nurturers. Our fathers, in a way, have taught us to, how can I say it, to have discipline,
Yeah,
structure. And either boy, girl, whoever, in either part of the spectrum, it is about
right.
having that structure and that discipline. But our mothers taught us to be nurturers. And
Yeah.
as Spicy said in the comments, that soft girl life, that soft girl era is what we need more than ever. So
We
as it
do.
pertains, go ahead. I'm sorry, Christy.
Yes, we really do. We really need it. And I love that comment that you put. I'm like, wow, that's a movie. But yes, we really need it because we have to have each other back and loving on each other and encouraging each other. Man, we need that more than ever right now because up in the industry, I don't know, do you all know, but they Taraji has got up and said, like, going through this industry, it was so hard. I made 50,000 on this movie. By the time it got to her hands, she only had coins. And here it is. Tyler Perry grabbed her. Someone grabs her. Tyler Perry grabs her, and here it is. He is the first black man that paid her what she's really worth in this industry. And she put in, but it, like Taraji say, it took for other black women and it took for other actresses to speak up, and that's what happened when some of the black women get up in the industry and they're trying to get on platforms, and we can't make it. But if we stick together and like Taraji and them did, stick together, head each other back, and make sure everyone was good, this what would happen. The change will come, and the change is now.
I'm so glad that you said that because almost every actress that I've sat with, we've talked about the pay disparity. Yeah, Black women's pay equality day was not too long ago. But I've sat with, yeah, I sat with an adult film star, Justin Long, not too long ago, and he was saying the same thing you're saying, and this is coming from a man, Christy. So
Yes.
it's all of, he said the black female performers, and I said it's across the spectrum for every woman, even for me being a black woman. Any woman, you can be in mainstream, working in
Hmm.
film, working in production, the
Yes.
adult entertainment side. You can be in the fashion industry, fashion or beauty, which is something that the industry where I'm in. Uh, this is what they were saying that black women do not get paid. It's 92 cents per dollar that a man makes. And I'm like, that's a shame. So Taraji was spot on. Viola Davis was spot on about it. She said, if you consider me the black Meryl Streep, pay me like it. Black women are literally telling you, pay us what we're worth. And it
Yes.
seems like even when we blow the whistle on it, we're labeled as difficult or the
Uh-huh.
B word or
Yeah.
diva. I don't mind being called a diva, by the way. Y'all call me diva or queen anyway. But
Queen, beautiful diva.
listen, we have to continue to keep blowing the whistle on this. So the pain that Taraji felt in that interview is the same pain that other black women for years and centuries have spoken up about. And Monique, Monique is a good example of
Hmm.
black women not being paid what we're worth. 90, I think it's a dollar for every 92 cents that a man makes. And it's been that way for centuries. I'm like,
Yeah.
we can change this. We can change this. So I believe in my heart that a woman, we deserve a man, this, we deserve the same amount that a man should make. It should be fair across the spectrum. Don't just pay a man more and then pay a woman less. Pay us what we're worth. So if you
Yes.
can give him, if you can go, I could tell you, you could go and look at some of the salaries of some of these male actors, especially the white male actors, and look at what they're making compared to a Taraji P. Henson, compared to an Octavia Spencer, compared to a Holly Berry, compared to a Kerry Washington or Felicia Rashad or any other black woman that has been in this business. It's been that way for centuries. And I think patriarchy has something to do with it. And since we're black women, misogynoir also has something to do with it. So they will always look at us as less. And Monique said it best, black women will always get the bottom of the totem pole, no matter what position we are in. Production, writing, acting. We show up, we do our jobs, we don't complain. And when it's time for us to ask, hey, can we get the same amount that our male counterparts are getting? We get labeled as difficult, or either get blackballed or silenced and gaslit oftentimes. Like, what did you do? Maybe you're the problem. That's what they will do to us. And that happens. This is what Monique was saying. So Monique wasn't wrong. Taraji wasn't wrong. Viola wasn't wrong. And it's been plenty of other actresses that have, and talent that has advocated to make sure that black entertainers get more. You can go all the way back to Hattie McDaniel, who was the first African American woman to receive an Academy Award. And she was told, no, you can't come here, but you have to go through here to receive your award. You go all the way back to Eartha Kitt, Josephine Baker, Nina Simone, the greats who came way before we had all of these other female entertainers out here like a Glow or Beyonce or a Kiki. These women paved the way for the next generation of artists, and such as ourselves. And they have been told you have to go through the back door. This is exactly what Monique was saying. That when it comes to pay disparities, whenever black women speak out about it, we get silenced. We get told you need to be quiet, you're being difficult, you're being the B word, you're being a diva, it's too much. But when a man demands extra or he gets whatever he wants, it's always been that way. And not to man bash here on my show, but I've been vocal about this and I've been speaking about it for years and blowing the whistle on it. It's just like whenever black women, we speak up on something, we're gaslit. We're told you need to hush. You need to be quiet. You're doing too much. You're being extra. That's what happens. So I'm glad that you brought that up, Christy, because it's good to know that as a black woman, I'm not alone feeling this same feeling. That there are other black women out here in this industry. And I've asked them. Oh, and another thing they do to us, Christy, and I'm pretty sure you know exactly what three little words I'm gonna say. The angry black woman narrative. I've
Yeah.
asked so many black actresses that I've sat with on this platform, and my viewers will tell you. I asked them, how does that make you feel? So, Christy, the angry black woman narrative, how does that make you feel?
Um, it makes me feel like I'm like, where did they get that from? Like, where? I always question, like, where did that come from? Even when I'm playing my roles of even when I'm playing my roles of, like I just played Destiny Wins. It was a true story about a woman who was married and her husband was living a double life.
Wow.
Even when she had to come out to be an angry part of it, it still was a woman who came out for her journey. She still loved him. She still cared at the end to say, I forgive you. But where this angry black woman come from, I'm still lost in it. I'm still lost because I feel as though when women take up for themselves, when they speak for themselves, to make things right, that's where it comes from. Only because a black woman speaks up, that's not an angry black woman. And I think they misconstrue that when black women do speak up. And when black women say, hey, I'm not just a housewife. I'm not just, you know, a home taker with the kids. I'm more than that. I'm more than that. And I want you to see me more than that. I want you to see me as your wife, who has a journey, who's still taking care of the house. And because I nag and say I want to spend more time because I'm at the home, that I'm not an angry black woman. So I think they have it confused when they say it's the angry black woman.
Absolutely. Exactly. And here's the thing for me right here. They the angry black woman narrative is extremely dangerous. And I'm gonna tell you guys why it's dangerous. I know you like, why is it dangerous? Because it causes harm to black women, it causes violence
Yes.
to us. They look at us oftentimes as a threat because we're just doing nothing but using our words, as Christie just said, and speaking up and saying, hey, this is wrong. But we get labeled and gaslit oftentimes. And that results to violence. In other words, telling a man no can result to black women being attacked. Us physically being attacked for saying, no, we're not interested. You're a nice guy, but I'm not interested. It causes violence to us. And I'm pretty sure there have been stories. We've all seen stories of women being assaulted, women being physically attacked for just telling a guy no. It's violent. And then they will look at the woman and they will say, well, she was aggressive. I'm just like, no, it was because I told this person no. They'll gaslight us and they will say, she's the problem. I wasn't doing nothing but getting my coffee from Starbucks, and this gentleman just walked up and approached me and tried to talk to me. And I wasn't interested because I had to go. And you get violent. I seen a video of three black women, Christie. And girl, when I tell you this video made me so angry. They were sitting down. You know how women we do, we go out with our girls and we have brunch or whatever. And this man walked up to the table and approached these women. Hey, Chef Ladybug, hey girl. And they were sitting there talking, doing what they were doing. This gentleman walked up to the table and approached them, and the women were just like, no, not interested. Proceeded to follow these women and chase them went to his trunk, got a gun, and chased these women out of the restaurant. Yeah, three black women. So it's like, be damned if you do, be damned if you don't. Telling a man no is dangerous. So that's why the angry black woman trope is harmful to us because it results in violence sometimes, or what we like to call patriarchal violence, whereas some men think that they can have it all, have their cake and eat it too. It's just like, no. Shout outs to my colleague Bubs the God. Shout outs, Bubs will be going on after me. We just needed some girl talk today, so I'm here with the beautiful Christie Tate, and we're just talking about, we touched on soft girl era,
Yes.
and right now we're talking about misogynoir or the angry black woman trope because it is dangerous. It causes harm to
Yes.
us. We get the cat calls, what else do we get? We get the can I, touch. And it's just like, no, I didn't give you permission to. There should be something called boundaries. And you should not be able to cross these boundaries. You can look, but you can't touch. And I think where sometimes a lot of these men, some of them, not all men, get off is say by you telling them no anyway. They get off on that and they want to cause even more harm and trauma to you. And it's just like, you hate me so bad that you would want to cause harm to me, that you would want to take my life. And I've seen women literally lose their lives because of telling a gentleman no. And it's just like, it's called boundaries. If the shoe was on the other foot and we were trying to approach you, it would be us. We will be the ones getting burned by the end of the stick, the same way the men. So it's just like at a certain period of time, you have to understand when our boundaries, when we say no, no means no. So the angry black woman trope ties into this because you have people who will get in the comments. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us do not read the comments on the Shade Room and Neighborhood Talk and all of these blogs. They will go in the comments and gaslight. And it's sad that maybe she should have did this, and maybe she wasn't dressed like this. Maybe if I wasn't dressed like this, I'm just minding my business, going on to get my coffee, or to pick up a sandwich, or to go shopping, or whatever. And these men come out and approach me and attack me. And we've seen it happen, especially in New York, is the worst, where women would literally be on subways by themselves, and men will walk up and approach them or attack and assault. And it's just like, okay, What is your issue? Why do you hate black women so bad? Why do you hate us in our existence? Because we told you no. And it does date all the way back to slavery. It's about ownership. It is about control. And right now we're seeing what's called uh, patriarchal violence, where women are being beaten into submission. It's just like, no, this is a whole new generation of women. So you think that you're going to control us and tell us what we can and cannot do with our business, with our bodies, with our autonomy. We're seeing all of these rights being rolled back. It's like at a certain period of time, you do have to fire back. And if that makes me the B word, then I will gladly take that. Because the actual true meaning of the B word is being in total control of herself. And as women, we are in total control of ourselves and our autonomy. No man can tell us what to do. And then when you are liberated, how we are, and I'm pretty sure, Christy, you know who I'm going to talk about. You've seen him. He passed away, and he was tearing black women up on his platform, Kevin Samuels. The late Kevin Samuels. He got up there, and she's a modern woman because she speaks, because I stand up for myself and I have standards. That makes me a modern woman. I'll gladly take it. So, Christy, what are your thoughts on that? Because I'm pretty sure you've seen some of the clips. Oh, no, she's muted. I can't hear you.
I apologize. Yes, I
There you
have
are.
saw some of the clips, and when I did see them, I was very shocked, and I was like, "Oh wow!" So I did tune out because I didn't want to see anymore. I have found in my
It's
spirit when I
traumatizing.
see, yeah, when I see something that is negative, I just tune out. I don't tune in to see what's going on to it. But I can say I do believe there's a change that's coming in this industry because I have worked with some strong black men, and I have worked with like
Ooh,
Dick Wolf with Chicago Med, and the energy that they give us on set. And I'm gonna make a prime example. We have Mark Harris. He came out in the industry. He's very well known. He came from Chicago, from the lowest part of Inglewood, which I came from, and he has soared through the industry. But one thing that he has talked to us, like being in this industry, you do have some directors that's, hey, you can't you can't touch or none of that. I have been blessed to have been around Christopher Nolan. He's been with the BET, all of his movies on the platform for over 20 plus years. He
wow.
want us black women to grow. He want us women to grow up in this industry. He show us so much love, encouragement. So I believe in this industry a change is coming to where our men that are on top and that are bringing us up is encouraging us and putting us in the right places, like Tyler Perry. I pray that one day I work with him because I have seen him put Taraji P. Henson and more actors in the places they need to be, and that's what we need. That's exactly what we need. With the negativity and us trying to, with not all men, but some men that get on a platform and down the women and degrade them and say negative things instead of positive things. I think that a change is going to come to where other people in this industry and just period, men period, going to stand up for the women because I have been around so many that I believe this change is going to come. But yes, I saw the negativity and I saw it and I prayed about it, and I haven't tuned in since I saw it.
And it's worse. It's plenty of men that are like him that have those type of platforms. Bubs, if you hear, you know which platform we talk about, right?
Yes,
But I will say this. You are absolutely right because I've seen Damson, what's his name? Damson Idris from Snowfall. He did something, he did a video about black
yes,
women and how we were the salt of the earth. We are Mother Nature. We are the inventors of this earth. Black women breathe life. He was just
yes.
praising. And then it was a mayor and Congress as well, too, that also spoke about Black women and how the world doesn't deserve Black women because we've been through so much and we're always still giving and giving and giving and giving.
And
Those
giving.
red pill spaces,
Yes.
exactly like Fresh and Fit is so many of them that I see tearing down Black women, and it's just like, okay, I think it was Jessie Wu. Jessie Wu. You guys follow Jessie Wu? Yes. She said, going into 2025, Black women, we have to make ourselves this promise, and that is stop watching things that make us rage, that is considered
Yes.
rage based, that make us angry. Stop
Mhm.
tuning into it, because anyway, the more we don't tune in and watch, the more they don't have those likes of viewership. And I think
Exactly.
that it is about time that we as Black women protect
Take a
our peace. And
stand.
a lot of Black women, that's why the soft girl era is here. As you can see on TikTok, with a lot of women saying, I'm going out of town. And we keep referencing Taraji P. Henson, but Taraji and Tracy Ellis Ross know something very, very well, and that is to tap into that soft girl era.
Yes.
Like Tracy Ellis Ross went on a whole eat, pray, love journey. She's traveling around the world and
Mhm.
taking trips by herself. And I'm seeing a lot more Black women, from Tracy to Raji P. Henson to so many others, that are pouring into themselves. JT from the City Girls is another example of what a
Yes.
soft girl, lavish life
Mhm.
looks like. Being
Or
gentle to yourself, getting a nice deep tissue massage, uh,
mhm.
going to get your hair and nails done, spending time with your girlfriends, going out to eat,
Yes.
just not being bothered, taking a day at the spa, or taking
Yes.
a few days out of town, out of the country. And we're seeing Black women do these things. Be gentle to yourself.
Mhm.
And Self-Care Sunday. We even do it on Self-Care Sunday, but I feel as though for Black women, for us, it should be an everyday thing, because
Yes.
well, I have a toy poodle, so I'm a childless dog lady. But I think a lot of us are taking these moments. And I tell my mom all the time, she just like, why would you go to the hairdresser with me? I said, for one, I can do my own hair. And two, I want you to have that time for yourself. Because
Yes.
my mother's the type of person, our mothers teach us to be selfless. They would
Yes.
give us the shirt off of their backs. Mothers sacrifice so much for the world, for their family, for their children, for whomever. They
Yes.
sacrifice so much. And I've seen my mom literally sacrifice a lot to make sure that me and my brothers, I have 4 brothers, 2 sisters, that each and every one of us would have a decent education, that we would have everything that we need, and we wouldn't have to want for nothing. My father was the same way. So I said, I'm returning the favor to you, and I will pay for her to get her hair done. And just like, oh, baby, you don't have to do this. I said, yes, I do. This is for you. You've poured
Yes.
into me. You've birthed me. You've brought me into this world. I didn't ask to be here. My mom had no, she told me the honest to God truth. That's how real a mother and daughter's relationship is. She said, I didn't even want to get pregnant in 1992. She gave me the date and everything. I was born in 93. So here I am. I come in
Mhm.
the picture with these big brown almond shaped eyes. And she
Beautiful.
showed me the baby picture. She said I had no intentions of getting pregnant because my sister and my brother, my older sister and brother, my sister passed, and June 29th would have been her birthday. And she said I had no more intentions of having no more children. These were going to be the only two, but you and your brother came in the picture later on. I said, oh God. And this baby with these brown almond shaped eyes, we look
Mhm.
just alike. So it goes to show you the sacrifices that women make, but being
Yes.
gentle to yourself, the whole soft girl era thing, is about being gentle and taking care of yourself, pouring into yourself, because we keep giving
Born
so
into
much of
yourself.
ourselves. We're on
Yes.
call 24/7 on set, having to be making appearances, uh, interviews, whatever it may be, we will always show up. But we have
Yes.
to make sure that we are showing up for ourselves. So
Mhm.
to get off of the soft girl era topic, we're going to bounce to mental health, because mental health is a thing within the Black community as well
Yes.
too, and we have to make sure that we are taking care of our mental health and prioritizing. And so I'm gonna use this example, then I'm gonna pass it on down to Christy after I ask her this question. There was an episode of James. There was an episode of Good Times, and y'all know which episode it was. Uh, James. James comes in the house and he was storming mad. And what happened was Michael asked him, Dad, what's wrong? I think it could be high blood pressure. I think it could be this. I think it could be that. And they were just diagnosing. And so Come to find out, I think it was his blood pressure and then it was anger. So within the black, he goes to the table at their kitchen table and he picks up a chair and he throws it against the wall. And it goes to show you that in the black community, we have been taught for years, for decades. Uh-oh. Hopefully Christy is able to join me back. Christy, just give me a thumbs up or tap that box and I'll add you back. But I say that to say this. As it pertains to mental health and protecting your peace, God put therapists here for a reason. And I think that it is key, that it is crucial, that it is important that we pour into ourselves because we are the only ones that can do it. The Black collective for so long, we have been taught to sweep things under the rug. Don't talk about it. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? What color am I wearing if y'all can see? And y'all can see what I'm wearing a little bit better today too. Let me stand up. Okay, it's like a romper. Do y'all see it? And I got the back out. Yes. And I'm a little sore because I got back into exercising today. But that's why I'm sitting the way I'm sitting, comfortable. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? If you can, drop a purple heart in the comment. There you go. All right. There you go, Alvin. Tit and tat, this and that. Make sure you guys please go and subscribe to his channel. I think Christie's phone either died or hopefully the connection dropped or something. But I'm going to keep it going. I'm going to keep the conversation going. We're talking about mental health. And then my colleague, Bubs the God, is going to be going live. Shout outs to Eugene Bracy. Eugene has been on my show several times. So hopefully we can get Eugene back. I want to get him on again. And Style by Stevie will be back for season 20. I'm going to keep rocking this thing till I can't do it anymore. We are halfway at damn near 900 shows. But enough of that. Mental health. In this climate, as Black people, we got to make sure that we are up on top of our ante as it pertains to our mental health. And we have to make sure that we are talking to someone. And I'm thankful for my family members in the short stack revolution. I told Alvin today, I felt a little lackluster on Saturday's panel. And he's coming back in December. Whoop, whoop. Yep, there you go. So Eugene is coming back on the show, but I'm going to wait around for Christy. But I'm going to continue on with this topic, mental health, because you guys know that I talk about it a lot on my show here. And I'm going to say this. Faith without work is dead. God put therapists here for a reason. And there is nothing wrong with going to sit down on the couch and talk to somebody. And even though I keep things bottled up inside, I try not to worry people. My mama just got on my butt a few minutes ago about that. She's like, why you didn't tell me this? The doctors called you and told you about the high tri, because I've opened up about a health scare that I had yesterday. High triglyceride with consuming so much sugar and things. And I just got back into the habit of exercising because y'all also held me accountable. See, the power of accountability. As Eugene just stated, as it pertains to mental health and seeking therapy, there is nothing wrong with going to sit down on the couch with somebody and say, hey, something is wrong. I don't feel okay. It's okay to not be okay. And I want our people, Black people, to understand that. But we're getting better and better because I'm seeing people normalize mental health. And even my colleague, Bubs the God, I don't know if he's still here or not. But I'm going to use Bubs as an example. Bubs would say, you know what? I've been taking this time off to focus on honing in on my craft. And I need you guys to go and check out his documentary about himself. It's telling his life story called Wonderfully Made. I need you guys to go and subscribe to my colleagues, Tit for Tat, This and That. Deshaun Stallings, who is a absolute beast and who set that panel on fire Saturday. I said I was a little bit lackluster because I typically try to have my Donald Trump reads on. Eugene knows, y'all know, I have been tearing Donald Trump's ass up, and I'm not going to stop. I said I'm never going to take my size 11 stiletto off of his neck. I ain't letting up. Because in this time, we have to hold people accountable. And it is a good way for me to vent and get whatever anger and frustration I'm feeling out. So shout outs to my colleague Alvin. Tit for tat, this and that. And creating a space where we all can Yes, I've had them. I try to get my reads on point for Donald Trump because I mean it's something new every day with him. So I want us to find an outlet that works for you. In the short stack revolution, Alvin is the one that is. He's like the glue. Alvin, Bubs, Conscience, Bossman, all of them. They're like the glue that all holds us together, and we all link arm in arm and hold each other up. So shout outs to my colleague Bubs for having a space where we all can be safe. And yes, those from that particular red platform will come in that space. If you know, you know. I'm not giving them no attention over here on my platform. None whatsoever. No. They don't get none. But I will say that certain red space. But I want you all to make sure that you are protecting your peace, being gentle to yourself. And being gentle to myself means talking, venting, getting it out. Style by Stevie has saved my life. Y'all have saved my life. And it is amazing that we can all form some sort of camaraderie and bridge the gap in those sections that are empty to hold us all up together. So I want you guys to remember that. Um, I'm trying to see if Christie is coming back. I don't know what happened, but I'm going to close because my colleague Bubs is going to be going live. And you can see all of the short stack revolution there. Uh, Bubs the God, who I always pick on, who always throws me off and gives me these silly, crazy looks on the panel. And me and Deshaun caught it. So you guys have to go back and check out the footage. It was so much fun. It's just been a fun week for me thus far. My family and the short stack revolution keep me on my toes, and we all do to each other. If Bubs is yeah, Bubs is gonna do something crazy in his broadcast today. So I can only imagine. And this is Spicy. I think Spicy's been here several times. The family from the short stack revolution has been here several times with me. But uh Bubs will be going live pretty soon. So y'all stay tuned for that. You yeah. He gonna have his trees and he gonna give you that look in the camera. I said, Bubs, don't look in the camera. Please don't do that. Because that throws me off. I be trying to land the plane and make a point, and he will do something crazy and make a silly face and throw me off. He did it the first time, and then the second time he did, I said, Alvin, and Deshaun was right there. I said, there he goes making that face. So he always will do something to throw me off, per se. And I always tease him about getting tongue tied. Uh, it happened to me not too long ago, yesterday, when now's the time. So I was like, okay, karma 360 because it hit me back so fast. And I couldn't even pronounce the word redistrict. See, there I go. Redistricting. Republicans are talking about redistricting seats in Texas. And I couldn't get it out. I got tongue tied. So I said, oh, God, I'm always teased. This is what I get for teasing Bubs. But he did it again on our fourth panel. So you guys have to go back and check it out. And I screamed, Alvin. Alvin be looking down. And me and Deshaun be looking directly to see what's going on, the video and the bullet points, everything. And Bubs will be right there. He will turn his camera. Yes. Yes. And it threw me off the first time. So you guys seen the clip that I posted. You have to go and check it out. And everybody was laughing at me. Because my laugh is infectious. It was. I couldn't stop laughing the first time. And then he did it again the second time. And I was trying to land the plane. I was talking about, who was I talking about? It was Candace Owens. I was talking about Candace Owens. Me and Deshaun was talking about Candace Owens and how this administration continues to attack, whatever. And so I look up, and there he goes. The camera was off, and he made that silly face. So you have to go back and watch the replay if you're interested in what goes on in the short stack revolution. He always throwing me off in some sort of way. But yes, conscience. But it is an amazing form of medicine. Laughter is the best form of medicine. And we, like I said, we all are that glue. We all uplift one another. And we check on one another. We might not check in all the time. Yes, he cocks that head sideways. The last time, it was like, okay, let me see. All right. So Here I am. Alvin asked, so Miss Stevie, tell us about your talk show, your fashion talk show. This is Bubs, the whole Bubs right here. Bubs had the contacts in for uh, something that he's working on. You guys need to stay tuned. So this is Bubs. Bubs is like this is like he was smelling roses. And here I am breaking on the inside. Was on mute and I put my microphone back on. I could not stop laughing. So that's what happened with that. I know you're like, what was she laughing about? He made a silly face in the camera. So he does that to throw me off. But yes, overall, this was a good show today. We touched on a number of things from mental health to the angry black woman trope to soft girl era to touching with my short stack family and them showing me so much love and pouring into me and vice versa. Because we do it immediately after. If I have a show, yeah, exactly, that's what he did. I'm like, what is going on? Because I'm thinking that he was staring at something, but he's staring at the actual camera, and it's like he's smelling roses. And I'm like, okay, now I'm trying to focus. So he threw me off when he did that one the first time. But the second time, I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna look at him. I'm not gonna look at him. And he went and he did it again. Barbara Walters ain't got ish on you. Y'all, it's been a job. It's been a job hosting this platform and making sure that my mom is okay and that she is good. And what I love about it is the balance. Each and every one of us have something going on. And we always try to find a space where we make time for one another. We go live. I'll say emergency panel. It'd be something going on. Like, did y'all know what they're doing in Congress right now? Republicans shut down the House until September to keep voting on these Epstein files. But it's just like, I did. When he turned that camera on, my goodness. And y'all too. Y'all, each and every one of y'all have been trailblazing in their own way. If not me, then Alvin being out there at the No Kings protest, showing us boots on the ground. And now, if not Alvin, then my other colleague now is the time, who's also been out there boots on the ground at the protest. Deshaun in his own way, Harold in his own way, each and every one of us. And if it's not me, then it is Conscience. If it's not Conscience, then it's Bubs. If it's not Bubs, then it is Spicy or Bossman. And what I love about Bossman is Bossman knows how to be objective, as well as my colleague Bubs, as well as Conscience. And that was one of the most highest rating I see. There I go, getting tongue tied. See how Bubs just rubs off on you? It's like he's infectious. It just goes from person to person, person to person. So, but what was I about to say? When I did my live with Conscience, that was one of the most watched lives ever. A lot of people tuned in. A lot of people tuned in to see what we were talking about because they know Conscience. It, Conscious is something magical about Conscious, and there will never be another. He always has something. The same for Bubs. Bubs is mysterious. He's funny. He's silly. He's quirky. He gonna make you laugh when you're trying to be serious and get a point across. He gonna do something crazy while you're talking. I can't take him to church with me. I couldn't see myself taking Bubs to church with me or somewhere where we have be quiet. He gonna do something silly. He gonna make a silly face or do something. I couldn't. None of us. We couldn't take him nowhere. Yes, he has, and he has been going to the streets. He has been out here doing the work. And one thing about Conscious is also gonna make you laugh. And I told Conscious this in my interview with him. I said, Conscious, you be sending people to the river, and he ain't did nothing but just laugh. Because I came in one of his lives, and he was talking about something. I can't remember what it was. I think it was about the old girl over there on that platform. And he was just like, send that bitch to the river, baby. When I tell y'all, Conscience had me screaming. I fell the entire hell out. Christie is back, Fashion Dolls. We are back. We are back. Let me add her. But Conscious had me scream. So he, and we're back. We're back. We're back. Lost topic. I was holding it down till you got back, girl. We
Thank
were
you so
talking
much.
about traveling and being in your soft girl era in space and elements. See how I had to bounce back, y'all? A bounce back, that resilience. That's the thing about us, we bounce back.
Yeah.
But I think that mental health, we were talking about mental health, the mental health aspect and finding your peace. And my colleague, Buzz the God, just said it so brilliantly in the comments. And that is Buzz has one of those one-liners that will have me, yes, yes,
Yes.
he does. And he does the most silly things. What he'll do is he will stare in the camera. Christy, I'm gonna have to send you that clip. He
Okay.
put in he had in context because he's working on a project. Like he created his own documentary, wonderfully made. Make sure you guys go and check it out.
Oh,
And he put in these contacts in his eyes. And so there was one episode on my colleague Alvin Tit for Tat This and That's panel where I was on there, and this was way after I did my interview for the day, and Bubs just stood into the camera.
mm-hmm.
Christy, you know this as an actress, you know you're not supposed to
Yes.
look past that
Not
third
supposed.
wall.
Yes.
Me being a host of a platform, it's so difficult because you working with a comedian or comics, they will do things to try to break you.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you, Christy, he had me in stitches, girl. He was staring directly into the camera, like
Oh
how
wow.
I'm doing right now, like he was smelling a rose or something.
Oh
And
wow.
it broke me. I could not stop laughing. Like, laughter is the best medicine, and it is a form of
Yes.
helping your mental health as well, too. So I had to make that point. We were just talking about it before she came back about what happened on that panel, but he broke me, and I think I needed that laugh because I was so angry. I was so upset about what's going on and so stressed out. Just got through doing an interview, but I was like, I can't let this show. So I need something to distract me. He pulled up his camera and he had it off at first and he was just making funny faces. And I'm just like, okay, it's going to be hard for me to land and make my point. When you're working with a comic or working with someone,
Yes.
they will try to break you. I remember my interview I did with Tommy Davidson. My mother, she predicted this. Mothers know everything. And she called me and she said, what if he breaks out to one of his characters in Living Color? And sure enough, in that interview, he did. I was trying to be like Barbara Walters, Gail. No, I was trying to be like Robin Roberts and Barbara Walters and be all professional, but I was like, I can't. When you're interviewing or working with a comic, they're gonna make you. It's like tag,
Right.
you're in. And with my
Yeah.
colleague Bubs the
Yes.
God, Tit for Tat, this and that, and Conscious TV, they always find a way to make you laugh. And I think laughter, we need more of that, more
We
than
do.
anything.
Yes.
So that was something that I wanted to ask you, Christy. What methods of mental health and protecting your peace would you recommend to people who suffer with depression or any form of anything, anxiety, anything?
Okay, so definitely what I do is I never watch myself on TV, but what I do is the comedians that I do know, I tune in to them.
Yeah,
I go out for laughs to because they always crack jokes on us. Like I was on set today, I never wore a blonde wig, and here it is. On set, I had to wear a blonde wig, and so taking things and I laugh about a lot of things. We be on set, you would think like we're filming. I'm filming with this blonde wig. The wearing a blonde wig, I couldn't wear makeup or anything. I had to be like a natural woman, no makeup, blonde wig. We're on set. They teasing me about it, and it's just working in an environment. What I do, I place myself to work in an environment that people who have joy, who have love, your best interest. And so when you have all that and you bring in a positivity, anything negative, you bring it to the positive. That's what I do in my life. Like she said, blog. I saw that blog, and the positive thing, I didn't give it a view. Like she said, don't give it a view. Turn to something positive, and that's what I do. I watch positive things on TV. I stay around positive people. I treat myself like when I finally get a day off, even though it be like a half a day every time I get a day off. I treat myself. I sit, do laughs, catch up on like my actors who I love. That's what really brings my spirit up high and keep me with the mental. I watch people who inspire me, and that's what we have to do, because mental health is a big thing right now in the 20th
Mm.
century. It's a big thing. We hear about the killings in the relationships. We hear about a lot of kids that's being killed. And the best mental thing you can do is, even though if you depress yourself, take time to think about the things that you are depressed about, but also take the time to think about the positive things in your life. Like have you do have family that love you. You do have family you can reach out to. You do have a friend. Or you can just tune in to social media and you have a couple of people who giving you likes, who giving you a heart, and who's cheering you on to say, you got this. Congratulations. Those are positive things. You can find that people that you don't even know. And that's my positive thing that keep me on my platforms, like the Dow House. I constantly see the Dow House coming up. I didn't even know her, and I'm like, wow, I feel so much love. Like the young lady who just told me, congratulations, I lost my memory. I had to bring my memory back and reading my scripts and having a tutor to help me read and understand my tips, my scripts right now today. I still have that. I also lost my motor skills. I had to bring that back. I'm still in class with my motor skills, but it's the nurses I met. It's the people who cheered me on Facebook, Instagram, who I don't know, that sent that love. When that mental hit you, it hit me. I didn't want to get in a wheelchair. I put the wheelchair, I pushed it away. I said, I'm not getting in a wheelchair. I'm going to learn how to walk again. It was the nurses who hold my back who I didn't even know. Sometimes it's not the people who you know, or it's not the people who's around you that can help your mental health. It's people
Yeah.
who don't. I'm not saying jump on social media, meet somebody, run out there, you don't know them and connect with them, but just tapping in to share a heart, someone giving you a love, someone encourage you. Take those little things to help your mental health, because that's what helped mine when I didn't know how to walk, when I didn't know how to talk, when I lost my memory, when my family had to take medical leaves from work to help me to the restroom, for my kids to say, I wasn't able to even walk. When I walk, I was walking with a limp. My daughter walking down the street with me, taking that time. My neighbors next door cooking to say, here's a dish, because I know you can't get up and cook. Those small things will help your mental health, because that's what pulled me through mine. And it's pulling me through right now. I have, even on set, I bring my tutor with me sometime because I'm still fighting, gaining back that memory. So the laughs that people who you don't know give you, the comedians out there, the friends that's next door, the people you work with that's are positive, the Dow House when you tune in and she's showing you love and giving you updates on what's going on in the world that you aren't able to get the updates about. Because some things I didn't even know. I'm like, let me tune in to the Dow House to find out what's going on in the world. All those things will help your mental health. And I'm telling you not to tell you this. It's something I went through. It's something I'm still battling today, because Sometimes I do go into depression to say,
Ooh.
at this long script, I'm the lead actress. I really got to focus, and I have to shut the world out. I be missing family time. I miss family reunions. I miss so many things that my family doing, and it brings like a depression. And then my daughter told me one day, she said, "Mom, we know you miss a lot of things, but guess what? It's helping you. It's helping your mental health. It's helping bringing back your memory. And if that's what bring back your memory, mama, we got your back. The family has your back. So they
Mm.
guess what? They set up Zoom so I can get on Zoom. I'm not missing anything. See, it's the small things in world that when you get depressed and go through your mental things, just stop, breathe, and see what's around you. See the people who don't even know you cheering you on. And if it's things like me not being around a family because I'm working hard, I'm constantly on set 15 hours, not even able to, hey, I want to do a spa day with my family and my girlfriends. Just think what's around you that is making you happy, and it helps your mental health. It's a true story. Is I will be making a movie about it, and for all of you tuning in, I'm gonna make sure that the Dow House know when I'm having my premieres. If y'all reach out to her, I would definitely give you a free premiere ticket to come to the premieres to watch all the movies that I'm in. I'll make sure that you get a free ticket. Yes, and that's my love that I'm sending to you all from tuning in today. Thank you.
You are so welcome, girl. And I love what my colleague Bubs just said. And Queen Tosh Boogie Queen says, pull me through this right now too, with anxiety, depression, yes. And Bubs says the real community showed up and traveled with you on your journey. That's what we
Yeah.
need more than ever as it pertains to
Mhm.
mental health. Finding that village, that tribe of people who will be there to uplift you and pick you up.
Yes.
And this is my tribe here, the short stack revolution, the dolls, the fashion dolls. Y'all keep me uplifted and motivated. There are days when I didn't feel like getting up, but I would message this woman, this beautiful woman under me. It's going to be opposite in reverse. Christie, I
Yeah.
would message her in the mornings, and it was something about her voice. It was soothing, it was relaxing. And we would have these 5 a.m. chats, and we would
Hmm.
just be talking about our family. We would be
Yeah.
talking about the time zone and how the times have changed, all of
Yeah.
these different things. And it just goes to show you that God doesn't fail us. He doesn't fail us. He put people in our lives for a reason, to be a
Hmm.
wake up call, to be a blessing. I opened up about a health scare that I had yesterday that said that my triglyceride was very high. And I had to take the initiative and change that. Say, if you don't do this, you'll be type 2 diabetes. And so my colleague right there, Alvin, tit for tat, this and that, and others got on me. And that's what I said. We all have to hold each other accountable. And they're just like, you got to cut
Yeah.
out some of those tweets, girl. And
Hmm.
sometimes our parents will tell us things we don't want to hear, even though we grown. We need to hear it in some sort of way, and we take it and we do what we want with it. But my mother said, yes, see, watch your viewers be saying the same thing that I'm saying. And sure enough, I went back to her and I said, yeah, you win. You got it. You got it because you said the same thing that they were saying as well too. She
Yes.
was like, now go on that show. And she said, go on there and talk about it. Because I was depressed after finding that out, getting that call back from the doctor saying that
Hmm.
my triglycerin was very high. But getting back into exercise, I said, I want to be around to host this talk show. I want to be around to continue to keep bringing joy in people's lives, helping
Hmm.
people, encouraging and empowering people. I don't want to go home. It's not my time yet. I'm only 31 years old. I'm a young woman, a
It
young
looks like
black woman. And I said, it's not my time. God said, it's not your time yet. My mother, there have been days when my mother, I thought that she was going to be gone and I wouldn't have known what to do. And she said, you know what? God said, it's not my time. You got a lot more to do. You got a lot
yeah.
more to do. You got a lot more purpose. She said, don't you worry about that. She said, stop worrying because I do worry a lot. And I think
Yeah.
I get that from her as I think we pick up the traits of our parents. And it's scary because we catch ourselves like, oh my God,
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
doing the same thing my mother is doing.
Yes.
And me and Christy found that connection out because our mothers are in a way the same exact way. We'll forget what time it is. We'll forget what day it is. I'm like, Mama, it's
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Uh-huh.
So I'll be having to remind her, write little notes on things like you would for a child going to school. So it's like, my, how the roles have reversed. We are now our parents, and we're helping them out to remember these things and keep them grounded. So I'm like, this is what God wanted it, the way God wanted it to be. For us to make
Yeah.
sure that our parents have and wouldn't want for anything, that they're good. And Eugene says, needed to hear this. Mental health is a topic that keeps coming up on my timeline and during conversations. It's a sign, and I'm ready for therapy. Yes, there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with going to sit on the couch with a therapist. Sometimes we want an outside opinion. There's nothing wrong with going to talk to your family or celebrity. I remember, I think it was one of my favorite scissors right now, currently out, is SZA. I love SZA. Some of her fans will go to her and DM her for advice, and she will help them with their homework. And they will do all sorts of things with her and ask her questions. So there are people out here who genuinely care, who can help you.
Yeah.
Don't ever
And it
think you're alone.
definitely is. You're not alone because when I went through my trial, when I had my tragic accident, my whole left
Ooh,
side was broke open. I had a cast and everything. They tried to put. They was like, "Oh, we sending a wheelchair home." Oh, I didn't. Oh, I don't want that wheelchair. My family is like, "No, you got this. You can walk." And I'm telling you, I went to therapy. Like right now, I reach out, and even the people, I get so many people I don't know that come on my line and my inbox and it's like, how did you make it through it? And you soaring through the industry, writing movies, directing movies, and
my
I'm
God.
telling you, therapy is the key. Like I even was pulling up on YouTube inspiration therapies. If you're not ready to sit on the couch, pull it up on YouTube, inspiration therapy, tap in. Anybody can always inbox me. I'm ready to encourage you. For me, learning how to walk, use my arm again, my hands, learning how to read again from a third grade level. Sometimes we have to take the ego that we have and place the ego to the back and accept people who's going to be there for you, that you can
Mm,
trust, and that encouraging you to move on your journey or to move in your life, because mental health is so real. And I have learned us as women would take on so much, but we used to it because our parents done it. Our parents taught us how to bounce back to anything, but we would take on so much. But where that soft era come is when you learn how to, hey, I want more for myself. I want to feel more love. I want to feel more encouraged. And you take the ego and you say, guess what? I have someone who have my back, who don't know me, that's dropping me inspirations in my inbox. And you taking that and you running with your journey. Let's stick together. Anybody is welcome to inbox me. I have nothing but positivity in my journey that I'm still taking as today with my memory and learning things. I want to encourage you to say, don't be afraid to take help from other people. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid because your mental, you need more than just you. You need more than just you to encourage yourself.
And as my colleague Bubs just said in the comments, exactly, you can give them hope to receive therapy when their season comes. And he also says that,
Mhm.
as the saying goes, once an adult, twice a child. Again, community is important through our journey of life.
Yes.
Absolutely. Having
Yes.
that tribe behind you. And I call my family the short stack revolution. We always stay in touch with each other. We vent, we get our frustrations out. And I think
Mhm.
that that's needed more than ever. We all have to uh, find a space where we can be safe to vent and say how. And when you're
Yeah.
in that therapy session, Eugene, because I know Eugene, you said you was looking and getting into it with you and the therapist there, it is total confidentiality. There is no
Mhm.
judgment. The
Mhm.
therapist is there to listen, to be that listening ear, to be that outlet. There are people who care, who've been where you've been, and they can say, why
Mhm.
not do this? Or why do you think this should happen? The therapist will ask different questions that make you think and wonder. And it's just like, okay, self-evaluation, self-appreciation. I appreciate myself, but I also want to know my value, my worth. What can I bring? What could I do differently? You ask all of these different questions, and that's
Yes.
what therapists will do. They're there to help you. They're there to help you. Not saying don't go to family. Definitely go and talk with family. Go and talk
Yeah.
with your elders. Your grandmother, my grandmother is 80 years old. She's still alive and living. And I could have lost her from a blood clot, but I thank the Lord that they caught her. She died and she came back to life. This is off
Mm.
of blood clot. And I praise God that those doctors found it
Mhm.
before. She is still around and living. And this is what happened when she was in the hospital. Something funny happened. My grandmother did not know that she was being taken on a helicopter. So my mother said, how you going to get back to town? She said, I don't know, child. Find me a ride with somebody. And then, and then she said, they don't got no steaks. They don't got no pork chops. This woman is 80 going on 30. She's 30 years old. She my age. So the same energy that I give you and the same energy my mother will give you is the same energy. Now I see where my mom gets it from. She gets it from her. So yes. But my grandmother will always give me advice and encouragement. If you need her to pray over the phone with you, she will do that. And even before an interview, it's always good to hear her voice, to see her and just be able to just be in her embrace, because she
Yeah.
basically raised us while my parents were at work, not just us but my cousins, my brothers, sisters, all of us. She practically raised us and babysit us while my parents were off at work. We would go straight to her house after school. And one thing my grandmother has always told me before we wrap this conversation is she said, put God first in everything you do.
Mhm.
That you ain't too big. Don't get such a big head
Right.
that you forget where you're from and the ones who have helped you get there. Just
Yes.
as fast as you got there, God can take it away from you. So you can
Yes.
play around with it if you want to. Those were her
Yes.
exact words to me. Anytime I would take a test, I remember going to take the state board exam. She said, put God first in everything you
Mhm.
do. Everything. I think one of the first people that I called after taking that exam was my aunt. It was my aunt or either my mom. And at the time they were doing something. But we couldn't really have our phones in the school. They take your phone if they caught you. The teachers would. But
Oh yeah.
luckily, when we were headed, we could take our phones with us because we were on the way to let our parents know whatever. And our teacher, she wanted us to do so. But my grandmother always told me, put God first in everything you do. And I would say the same for other people as well too. Put God first in everything you do, because things happen for a reason and it all aligns perfectly together. So closing on that chapter of mental health, and I hope you guys all took away from this. So before we let you go, Christy, because this was such a great conversation, and I need you to go and support her because I'm going to bring her back on the show. What advice would you give to anybody who's looking to walk into their light or just shine a light, or who feels hopeless? Anybody who's been just like you, who's been injured, anybody who's encountered obstacles that have been in their way. What advice would you give?
Okay, the advice that I would give you all, the first thing that you need, like she told you, is to pray.
Yes.
Sometimes you may say, you don't have that encourage to open up the Bible and just sit and read and understand it and get it. But my spiritual way that I did that helped me through my journey and still is I talk to God like God is my friend. God is my best friend. I just sit and people may say that's crazy. It's not. Sit and just have a conversation with God. Like God, I need you. Talk to God. And the best thing to do is encourage yourself. I know it's a lot of mental health is out here and you may not know how to encourage yourself, just sit and talk to yourself like, I got this. I can do this. You know, I have a purpose in life. I may not have the connects that other people don't have, but with the people who are rooting for you, that's where you tap in at. That's where you tap in and stay positive with the people who are around you, and that'll take you. That'll take you where you need to be on your journey. That'll give you encouragement for your mental health. That way you will have a support to that's not around you. Some people is like, I don't like a lot of people around me. I like to stay private and all that. People you don't know, like the Dow House, who's on all the platforms and reaching out to you to make you positive and give you positive hope and talk about positive things. That's your encouragement. And I just want y'all to know, when y'all find somebody that's giving you encouragement, you don't have to be around them, but just take that and take that. That's your empowerment. That's your journey to take all the positive notes that they giving you and to move forward in life. Because that's what I do. I promise you that's what I do. And I'm still fighting for my journey. And I just want to leave with you all. Talk to God as your friend. Everywhere you go, when you get in your car, oh, God, thank you. Just at the traffic light, it was an accident right there. I thank you. It was you. Thank you, God. I see you looking out for me. That can help your mental health. And I just want to let you know I'm always here for you. You can inbox me. Everybody on this live, once again, I would love to bring you to all of my premieres. Anytime you want to tap in and do FaceTime on Facebook or Instagram, I'm willing to do it with you just to give you that positivity with the Dow House. I'm always here. And if you need me, just tap in. I'm here. Yes.
And I'm gonna add on to what Christy just said, which is it ties into fear and stepping out on fear as well, and putting God first, be letting
Mm.
Him be that light for
Yes.
everything and trusting everything. Um, Today's final thought is about being fearless. Being fearless doesn't mean living a life devoid of fear, but living a life in which our fears do not hold us back. You never know if you don't step out on faith. You can't let fear be an obstacle or a block. Like Krista says, she's been through so many obstacles, having to come back, having to learn how to read, having to learn how to walk on her own again. That is a living, breathing testimony. And there have been so many people who've had to learn to do things over again. So I say that to say this: there's nothing wrong with the rebirthing process. And the rebirthing process is learning how to begin to get back to me again, learning how to walk, learning how to talk, learning how to do all of these things that God has conditioned me to do. Being able to be a vessel is what I think a lot of people need to learn to do as well. So it is key and crucial that we continue to be fearless of everything that sets our souls on fire. And I want each and every one of you to go about being productive, being positive, and being amazing in your approach and what makes you happy. And as it pertains to mental health and self care, and we talked about the soft girl era and being gentle to yourself, I want each and every one of you to be gentle to yourself. Be patient with yourself. It
Hmm.
just takes time, and time has a way of healing. So remember that, fashion dolls. And Christy, let everyone know where they can follow you. I would love to bring you back on, and I had
Okay.
a fabulous time.
Thank you. You can follow me on Facebook. I'm mostly on Facebook, but you also can follow me on Instagram. It's Christie Tate. I'll drop it in the chat. CHRISTIE. Tate, TATE. And I just want to leave this with you all. Reset your life. It's okay. It's okay to reset.
And there's nothing wrong with that, fashion dolls. Joining me this week, my cousin Sharon McMillan, hopefully will be joining me. So make sure you guys tune in. I love you all, and this will be saved and uploaded to Style by Stevie Daytime on YouTube. Be on the lookout for the highlight from this convo and also the replay in case you missed it. Coming up next, my colleague Bubs the God will be going live So make sure you guys head on over there and subscribe to his channel right now. I love you all, and I will see y'all hopefully Friday. Take care.
Bye.